Hello there! In this video, I'm going to give you my very best top tip for getting cheap, discontinued Lego sets. And to pad out the video to make it last nearly 10 minutes to increase the ad revenue, I'm also going to give you a load of other tips. Now, I'm not kind of cheating you that much, they are actually quite good ways of getting cheap, discontinued Lego. Now, as always, I want this to be a little bit of a discussion video, so if you disagree with what I'm saying, or if you've got a better tip, please let me know down below. So anyway, let's start with something that really isn't a tip, it's more of a bit of advice. So here, I've got a Lego compatible quadcopter. So I bought this from a shop called TK Maxx, which I believe is called something like TJ Maxx in America. Not sure why they're different. Let me know down below if you do. It's radio controlled. You could, I guess, stick Lego minifigures and things on it. I'll take a look at this in more detail in another video. But anyway, I got this for £40. This was reduced in TK Maxx. The original price was £50. So that's a 20% saving. But still, that does seem quite expensive, doesn't it? And when you actually look inside, it's all presented quite nicely, but you know what? There's really not much Lego at all. And because you have to construct it yourself, you end up feeling like you're basically saving them the money of having to construct it in a factory. Well, I might enjoy making this, but really what I'm trying to say is a lot of this alternative Lego stuff, which on the surface of it looks like it might be excellent value for money, when you actually look at it in more detail, it can really be a lot more expensive than genuine, real Lego. So my advice would be, generally, unless it's something that you really can't get from Lego, which I guess a quadcopter is, or a Titanic model is, just buy it from Lego. Now, secondly, if you have ever followed me on YouTube stories, and I'm not sure how many people do, if you do follow me on there, you'll have seen that I bought this little Lego Star Wars set. I got this discounted from Sainsburys, which is a supermarket in the United Kingdom, and I thought this was pretty cool because it's got 4 minifigures, 2 stormtroopers, a stormtrooper with a broken helmet, and this one, well, I won't tell you what that looks like. I'd be surprised if those minifigures don't end up worth more than the entire set if I hung on to them. It's a nice little Lego build and it was cheap. Now, people are often telling me that you get the same sort of thing in America, so in Walmart apparently you seem to have a lot of Lego sales, so it definitely is worth checking out your local supermarket, or whatever you call it in America, superstore, because there are deals to be had. Now, the other day I also went to a place called The Works in Yarmouth, which is a seaside town near me. Some people think it's seedy. I quite like Yarmouth. I think it's quite a nice place, really. Okay, I mean it's a bit rough, I suppose, but there's the sea, and there's a shop called The Works, and they sell books. But one of the things they have in that shop occasionally is a load of Lego books. These kind of Lego books. Lego Star Wars Chronicles of the Force. Discover the story of Lego Star Wars of Lego. Lego Star Wars Chronicles of the Force. Discover the story of Lego Star Wars The Galaxy. Lego Star Wars Chronicles of the Force. Discover the story of the Lego Star Wars Chronicles of the Force. Discover the story of the Lego Star Wars Galaxy. Well, I got there in the end. You may have seen these books around. I always think they look amazing. They look really kind of appealing. Maybe just because I've got childish tastes. But inside, they've usually got a load of kind of text and pictures and things, as books do, actually, thinking about it. They're always kind of less interesting inside than I think they're going to be. Anyway, there's stuff here to sort of flick through. It's not the main reason I bought this book. I bought it because of this really thick bit at the front that actually contains a Lego Star Wars minifigure. So it's got a Force Awakens exclusive minifigure. I don't know who that is, but all Lego's good Lego, and if it's Star Wars Lego, then it'll probably go up in value. £12.99 is the recommended retail price of this book, and they had it on sale for £5. So it's still quite expensive, especially if you're just buying it for the minifigure, but I think that if you allow £2 for the minifigure, £3 for the book to sort of have a flick through, have some entertainment, I think £5 is probably about the maximum I'm willing to pay for something like this. But it's just quite a good way of getting a little Lego minifigure, and I've got several of these and I'm going to show you them in the not too distant future. So now we come on to some perhaps more useful and more exciting ways of actually getting cheap discontinued Lego. So my first example here is a Lego Star Wars set here, which I bought from eBay. I bought this for £23.45, brand new and sealed. Now the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you may notice that this is absolutely, well, I was going to use a rude word then, but damaged is the word I will use to describe this box. But still, this is a brand new, sealed, discontinued Lego set. This is the Desert Skiff Escape. So there's Harry and Spacesuit Man and Damaged Face Person and this Kinder Egg. Oh no, of course, it's Boba Fett, Han Solo, Chewbacca and the Skeef Guard. I think I said skiff, but it is actually skeef, isn't it? Now, obviously, if you'd bought this to collect it, you'd be disappointed because the box is knackered and it's going to affect the value quite clearly. But if you bought this to build it, it doesn't matter that the box is a little bit damaged, does it? And this way you've got the minifigures, the instructions, the entire pleasurable experience of building a brand new Lego set. So this set is currently brand new on Amazon for £37.97. So, I mean, that's nearly double the price. So I think I got a superb deal here. And this is kind of part of the sort of routine I go through when I look to buy a cheap Lego set. I always look on Amazon, I always look on eBay, and to be honest, I steer clear of the auctions. I always go for buy it now listings, and then I sort by price, work up from the cheapest, and because there'll be some in there where they'll just say, oh, we've removed the minifigures, or it's all here apart from the instructions and the minifigures and the Lego bricks. But one of the places I also check is BrickLink. So if I just check this on BrickLink, 100% correct pieces, missing the minifigures, used in the United Kingdom, the cheapest you can get it for is £20. Now you might be able to part this out and get it a little bit cheaper, but I've got the brand new whole thing for £23, so you know, you're not going to get it cheaper than that. So there definitely are bargains to be had on eBay. Now finally, we've reached my very top tip. So you may have seen in my previous video that I did a comparison between a load of different snow speeders. These two snow speeders I actually bought cheaply off BrickLink. So what I would usually do is part out a set, and let me quickly recap over that. So if I go to snow speeder, so then you part it out to a wanted list. And no, I'm not going to include the minifigures because they will cost a lot. In a discontinued Lego set, the minifigures are usually the most expensive part of the set. We'll include the instructions, even though you can actually get the instructions online for most sets. I did actually get the instructions for both of these, and they really didn't cost much at all. So here are all the parts from that set. We can then add it to the wanted list, part out successful. Now we can view the wanted list and go to buy all. So what BrickLink is going to do now is find the cheapest combination at BrickLink stores for me to complete this wanted list, and then I can buy all those parts. They'll all arrive in the post and I can put the set together. Fantastic. But it might actually be quite a good idea to limit your search to your own country, because international shipping is probably going to be more expensive than buying locally or nationally. So I've done that here. I've clicked United Kingdom. I then click Auto Select and then click Start, and now it's going to do its magic and find the best combination of stores. So excluding postage, it's found the parts for this set for £21.88. And you can probably assume that across the 4 stores here, it's going to be at least another £10 postage. But this is where my novel tip comes in. Let's have a quick look at this other snowspeeder here. So let's click on that. Again, we're going to part this out to a wanted list, and I'm going to add this, dun dun dun, to the snowspeeder test wanted list. Now, why am I doing that? Yep, get on with it. We haven't got all day. And the price has now gone up to £43.12, and we've only added an additional 2 stores to the shopping cart here. So that means we're only paying probably about another £4 or £5 additional postage. Now, this hasn't been a superb example because it's still quite expensive, but I did this with these 2 sets, and I managed to get both of these, including postage, in one wanted list for a total of £40, including postage. So I basically paid £20 each. Now, it's good that I've kind of done it on here using BrickLink live, as it were, because what it shows is that things do change. Methods don't always work and produce exactly the same results, so you have to try on different days, you have to try different methods, check eBay and BrickLink and Amazon all the time to try and get the set you want. But if you want to get lots of little Lego sets like these, combine all your little sets that you want into one wanted list, and you will pay less postage and save yourself money. So that is my top tip. I hope it's useful for you. Let me know down below if you give it a go and get a good deal. I'm sure you'll definitely let me know down below if you get a bad deal. Well, I tried this on the discontinued Star Destroyer and it cost $5,000. You're an idiot. Well, thank you very much for those comments. It doesn't always work. It doesn't work for every set, and it doesn't work all the time. Just try it and see whether or not you can get a good deal. And if it's too expensive, don't buy it. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope it's given you some good tips. There are some videos here which are relevant to this one, so do check those out because you might like them if you enjoyed watching this one. I'm going to go and clear up the mess I've made, and I shall see you next time for another video.